Namaskar, I Vishwaruparath welcome you all to Uday India Digital. Today I'll talk about how France blocked the decision to finance ammunition for Ukraine by the EU and its global implication. France has caused a stir within the European Union after blocking a decision to finance ammunition to Ukraine. In a major shift in the geopolitical order, France has reportedly blocked the decision of European Union to finance and send 1 million artillery shells to Ukraine. The move by France has raised questions about its relationship with Ukraine and its stance on the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia. The EU had proposed to provide financing for the purchase of ammunition for Ukraine's armed forces. The ammunition is intended to help Ukraine in its conflict with the Russian military. The proposal was supported by several EU member states, including Germany, Italy, and Poland. However, France blocked the decision, citing out concerns about escalating tensions with Russia. France's decision to block the financing of ammunition to Ukraine is not surprising, given its history of cautious diplomacy with Russia. French President Emmanuel Macron has sought to improve relations with Russia even as tensions between Russia and West have increased in recent years. In 2019, Macron invited Russian President Vladimir Putin to France for talks, and he has called for greater engagement with Russia on issues such as climate change and armed control. However, France's stance on Ukraine has caused concern among some of its EU partners. Ukraine is seen as a key partner for EU in the Eastern Partnership, which aims to promote political and economic ties between the EU and its eastern neighbors. The conflict in Ukraine has also been a major source of tension between Russia and the West, with the EU imposing sanctions on Russia in response to its earlier annexations of Crimea and recent military aggression in Ukraine. The decision to block financing for ammunition to Ukraine highlights the challenges facing the EU in its relationship with Russia. While some member states are calling for greater support for Ukraine, others are more cautious, fearing that such support could escalate tensions with Russia. As the conflict in Ukraine continues, the EU will need to find a way to balance its relationship with Russia and its support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. There are many who say that decision was made by Macron at the behest of Xi Jinping's China. However, it is difficult to say with certainty whether French President Emmanuel Macron's recent visit to China was a direct factor in France's decision to block the EU financing of ammunition to Ukraine. The visit to China, which took place recently, focused on economic and trade issues and was seen as a part of Macron's broader effort to strengthen France's relationship with China. However, it is also possible that France's decision was based on broader strategic consideration, such as its desire to maintain a cautious approach to Russia and avoid exacerbating tension with Moscow. As I mentioned earlier, Macron has sought to improve relationship with Russia, and France has been seen more cautious than some of its EU partners in its approach to the conflict in Ukraine. Overall, the decision to block the EU financing of ammunition to Ukraine was likely influenced by a range of factors, including France's relationship with China and its strategic consideration in relation to Russia. However, it is difficult to say with certainty how much of each of these factors played a role in France's decision. With this, I wrap up this edition. For more such analysis, subscribe to Uday India.